How's it been? Has it just been like a months long party?
It has been, yeah. This show is very interactive. It requires us to be pretty active on stage. It's physically demanding for sure on me, and but at this point in my career, we understand how to go about touring and make the most of it, and make sure that we're in the best shape we can be as the tour wears on.
I wasn't planning on asking this, but it kind of popped in my head after your first answer. What's your routine to make sure you are in shape for these physically demanding shows?
Well, I'm constantly doing some sort of physical activity, whether it's traditional in the gym most days of the week, or now having a farm in Tennessee that keeps me pretty active and busy. It's just really about being active, and the first thing we see go as singers is our cardio, because it's not the same as hey, go run a mile, or jump in the gym and get your heart rate up. Jump around on stage and singing is a completely different set of muscles, so that takes a little bit to get back into it. But throughout our months off the road there, I'm constantly thinking about, hey, we got to make sure we get our lungs back, and whenever we hit the road, at least be as close to concert shape as we can be. So it usually takes a few weeks of shows for me to really get strong again on stage, where I feel like I've got enough gas to get through the whole set.
Yeah. And then do you have a favorite story from your tour so far? You've been a lot of places. I guess what's your favorite memory so far?
Well, I'll just pop this one off because it happened last weekend. We've had a lot of great memories throughout our journey, but last weekend, the Stanley Cup was brought out by the world champ Avalanche out in Denver, and got a lot of big hockey fans on the band and crew. So getting to have that trophy backstage, those guys backstage, and then bring them out, surprise the fans on stage with it was really cool. I was really proud that we got to pull that off, and just a once in a lifetime experience for all of us. Even the players sometimes, that actually get to touch one of the most famous trophies in the world and drink out of it and take pictures with it. That's something that, nobody can ever take away from us. It was a wonderful night.
What beer did you put in the Stanley Cup and drink out of?
Well, I didn't put any in. The players took it upon themselves to throw in a buffet of different beverages. I ended up being Bud Light, and I think Happy Dad Seltzer. I remember seeing, of course, while I was on stage, it was all kind of a blur, but it definitely it was more than one beer, and I was like, wow, I don't know if I can. How am I going to do on this deal? And I got into drinking. I said, as I started drinking out of the cup, I go, you only get one chance to do this. I'm going to try and drink it all, and I pulled it off. So I was proud of that. The show needed a break though, because after that much carbonation, you got to burp yourself a little bit.
Yeah,
but we got through it just fine.
When was the last time you were in Cincinnati? I think I looked back in our archives. I saw something from like 2015. Do you know when the last time you showed up here?
It would have been more recent than that, but I'm trying to remember what venue we were at, but we love Cincinnati. I actually have a couple of the songwriters on the bus this weekend that I've been to Cincinnati with. So we've written some great songs, believe it or not, before and after shows in that town. So it's good to be back. We're going to try and capture those vibes again when we roll through. And I've had such a great support system in Cincinnati. I've got some great friends at country radio there that have been so supportive of our music through the years. And we're really excited to get back to town and sing these songs with everybody. Honestly, since my first day ever there on radio tour, I just felt a connection with the town. I've made a lot of friends through the years that live there, and we've just had some of our best shows. Our best response on tour has been at Cincinnati a couple times. My very first show ever on a major tour with Keith Urban was at Riverbend there. So a lot of great memories that from the first early on days of those shows of going, do I know what I'm doing? I'm on stage with Keith Urban right now. This is wild. And then you fast forward, we come back, we do a couple of stops there. We did a couple walk away, 2 shows in a row with Luke Bryan. Had some big old parties after those shows, and just have made some great memories with you guys. So it's great to be back. It's great to bring our own tour. We get to play our whole show this time around, and I'm really excited for everybody to experience that.